Oh, yes, this is the screen in front of the city gates. At this point, I really need to apologize to Rufus for giving him such a rough ride through the Deponia trilogy. We thought what would be especially hilarious in our hilarious game, and the answer is things get funny if someone gets hurt, of course. And that's why we implemented the cactus field to your right, a place Rufus already explored very thoroughly. The mechanical bull is another thing, and maybe later on something's happening with that truck's battery, or rather the battery's acid, you can already imagine. So with all sincerity, I'm truly sorry, Rufus. Sorry for the ordeal you went through during the production of Deponia.
Yeah, well, first off, if you want to apologize, do it privately. Not now, when all the users are listening, okay? Because I'm not going to buy that. We'll talk about this again privately. So, to be honest, I brought this onto myself, really. I was asked for my opinion, how this setting what the setting should look like, and I offered advice accordingly. I said, like the police station of Commissioner Hunter in the Donald Duck pocketbooks, with the two lamps and the stairs. And then someone sent a picture of my father's den, like his man cave, his hobby room. And now it looks like that. Really weird. I was genuinely scared, and the situation was about as pleasant as visiting my father's hobby room.
Yeah, shame we had to cut out that scene in the hobby room. It's kind of part of the backstory, but maybe we can use that in a prequel.
No, you don't get me, do you? No, we did not cut that one out. It's all flashbacks, and even the battery is the same brand. And you really didn't have to stick that accurately to the reference, but it's all, forget it. That ship has sailed, I guess.
Yep, too late.
Cool. I already have the special water, at least. I already have the special water, at least.
Good.
Into the tank you go. So, I have the powder already. Well, that's it. I found all the ingredients.
Wonderful! I can't even tell you how excited I am to see what happens next.
But I thought we were making espresso.
Yes, you are right. This is an august moment, my friend. We shouldn't spoil it by worrying about the pressure within the nuclear core structure.
Pressure within the nuclear core structure?
Hear me, gods of our forefathers. Using just the most refined ingredients and the highest possible compression, we beseech thee, open the gates to the espressoverse.
Holy smoke.
More pressure! More pressure!
Okay. Okay.
Are we dead?
No. Being dead feels completely different. As you know, I have gazed deep into death's eyes more than once in my life.
Oh, now that you mention it, that reminds me. Is Tony still wearing those contact lenses?
Shh! Something's happening. Ouch! Whew! I think this brew is gonna do the job. Lonzo.
Ah, Rufus. Did you come to help me clean this place up?
Well, I got this thing going on. I'll come back later, okay?
I suggest not to move her in this condition.
What kind of condition is she in? I still don't understand. I mean, is she dead?
No, her body is alive and well. It's her consciousness. It's inactive.
So, she's asleep.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. I think it's related to this implant. It's broken.
A consciousness implant? Isn't there a switch or something?
A fuse?
Maybe the contacts are corroded. That's what always happens with my intercom.
I already tried everything, but this is Elysian technology. I have no idea how it's being used. I don't even have the appropriate screwdriver.
So, when can I finally take her home?
She needs to wake up first.
Okay, I see. This situation needs to be resolved through a government decision. Let's do it like this. If you manage to wake her up, you can have her.
And what happens if I wake her up?
Rufus!
You're not even supposed to be here.
But I have a plan.
Oh, I've heard about your plans. You never think things through. Everything you do ends in chaos, and most likely with an explosion.
We'll see about that.
I warn you, stay away from the girl.
Hey, Goal! Wakey, wakey! Fast asleep.
Very good diagnosis, Doctor.
Oh, well, it's just that I'm an expert in sleep. Dr. Gizmo?
What now?
Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Not literally.
But Rufus!
You're not untouchable, Low-Tech. Don't you ever forget that. Looky here, Wenzel, too. Did somebody drop food? I mean, what's the deal with the crawling around on the floor?
I'm waiting for Gold to wake up so I can take her with me, of course.
Ha! Dream on. Although, it is true that ants can carry 10 times their own weight. But why would Goal, an Elysian orbit elf, want to have anything to do with somebody like you?
Duh, Rufus! You've always underestimated me. Rufus! Look at me. I'm a self-made man.
Yeah, whoever made you must have stopped right in the middle.
Oh, yeah? I am rich. I've got a water vein running through my basement. You, on the other hand, don't even have a basement. You ain't got nothing, Rufus.
Hey, that's how you pay people back when they give their best? And what would I want with a basement in Kuvak? I don't belong here, and neither does Goal. And as soon as I wake her up, I will accompany her to Elysium. You'll see.
What's that stinging smell?
That's medicine.
Says who?
Says I.
And who's the doctor here?
You tell me.
Let's say it together. Me.
It's a draw.
Best out of 3.
You.
Me.
You.
Ha! I win.
Oh, crap.
What's that supposed to be?
That's medicine.
And who's the doctor?
You. The textbook has failed. Now, it's time for me to improvise.
What's that funny smell?
Ah! Fire! The town hall's on fire!
Fire control mode activated. Firefighter Gizmo at your service. Where is the fire?
Over there! The chamber's on fire! Good Lord!
Don't worry, your fire will be extinguished in no time.
Don't even think about it, Rufus.
Keep your hands off the Elysian, Rufus.
But this situation calls for a funnel right there.
What? No! What makes you think that?
You should be glad that Inspector Gizmo's not around.
Finally, I was getting worried I'd have to camp in the cupboard forever.
Whoop!
Where was I? Ah, yes. Medical mode activated. Dr. Gizmo at your service. How's the patient?
I'd say her condition hasn't changed.
Leave the diagnosis to the doctor, will you? Now, just where is... My stethoscope, it's gone! Thieves! Crime in progress! Police mode activated. Officer Gizmo at your service. No one leaves the crime scene.
But Rufus!
You're not untouchable, Low-Tech. Don't you ever forget that.
That's enough. I think you're done.
Come on, Gizmo. You have more important things to do.
Don't tell me how to do my work. Or are you just trying to divert my attention from your guilt?
What? That's simply...
Aha! Here is the missing clue. The last piece that completes the puzzle. The mystery of the thieving mare has finally been solved.
Thieving Mayor? How dare you?
Put up your hands, Low-Tech.
I have no intention of lifting my hands.
You better do what I say.
I don't want to.
You don't have any choice.
I don't? Well, you're fired.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired anyway.
You can't fire me.
Almost there.
You're
I just
arrested.
have to make sure that
You
I
can't
don't
arrest me.
spill-
You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
I've
So
already
what?
laced the
You're
dart with
fired
the
anyway.
anesthetic.
You
There'll
can't
be time
fire
for
me.
chemical
You're
experiments
arrested.
later.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what? You're fired
Oops.
anyway.
You can't fire me. You're arrested.
Yeah, I'll
You
take the
can't
dart
arrest
out of the
me.
funnel first.
You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
There, that's better.
So what? You're fired
I'd
anyway.
rather not
You
disturb
can't
it.
fire me. You're arrested.
You can't arrest me. You're fired.
But I arrested you first.
So what?
Who was that?
Me. It was me.
Rufus? Are you all right?
Whew. Oh. What happened?
You woke the stranger, the Elysian girl, and then you got knocked out.
Goal? Where is she? How is she?
She's still a bit confused. I think her implant was seriously damaged by the fall. She is conscious now, but she's just talking gibberish.
Can I talk to her?
Of course. She's lying over there. I took her into medical custody. Just don't stress her out too much. First and foremost, she needs rest now.
No problem. Thanks, Doctor. Goal? It's me, your savior.
Doodle doodle doodle. Putz?
No, it's Rufus. Yes?
Putz?
You can give me any name you like, babe. Say, did it hurt a lot when you fell from the sky? Oh, come on, that was funny.
Nah.
Because, I mean, you really fell from the sky, you know, like an angel. Just like in the pickup line. You get it? Flash dash kazash?
Sammy, mommy, good old Granny.
Grumblump?
Basil false. Num 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 num.
Munch grunch?
Attack a tick tock. Ah! Knock knock.
Hello? Anyone home?
Home, 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 home.
I'll take that as a yes with limitations. Get hold of yourself.
Soup, 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 Guadeloupe.
Huh. She's attractive and fun to talk to. Heck, this is totally useless. That woman is completely nuts.
Bonka swonka kazonkas.
Oh, what did I expect anyway? That she would take me to Elysium?
Elysium. We need to go back to Elysium.
What did you just say?
Horrible things. The Organon betrayed us. Quick. We need to go back.
To Elysium. Yes. You remember what happened?
Is that you, Cletus?
What? No, I'm not. My name is Rufus. I saved you.
Rufus? I don't understand. Where am I?
You had a pretty bad fall. The doctor says that you're hallucinating.
That's confusing, but... I need to get to Cletus. Can you take me to him?
Who is Cletus?
My fiancé.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Maybe you are safer down here. After all, you...
He'll reward you generously.
Oh, that, generously, you say?
Try to contact Cletus. He will search for me.
Yeah. How generous exactly is generous?
Maybe you can reach him using a radio. He's certainly trying to find me.
Do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, for a fiancé, he didn't really make much of an effort to protect you.
Rufus, please. You're the only one I can trust.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I really am the only one you can trust. The only one.
And you already proved that you're of noble character.
Mm-hmm. The burden of the hero. But let's get back to the expression generous.
Rufus, please, contact Cletus. I would be so very thankful. So very, very thankful.
I'm sorry, I don't know if I can do that.
Can spam one tomo polo lollipop. Peekaboo.
But...
Bootam swadikoso loka shwootapop.
Oh, the burden of the hero. Why do I always have to be so infinitely generous? He'll never be anything but a slug-a-bed. And now... fingers, silent steps. The perpetrator was Rufus. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I said...
Get away from there. The post office will be closed until the clock on the sign
is back!
The funnel would make an excellent blowpipe. Indeed. A little more won't do any harm.
What the? A dart?
A little longer. And...
Ah. Oh, what am I getting mad at anyway?
strike! Hey, Tony, I'll just grab a couple of these vouchers, okay? And while we're at it, can you do the dishes this week? I like Tony much better this way. I was beginning to fear that her body had adapted to tranquilizers. Oh, by the way, I used your family pictures to insulate a weather balloon.
Just a moment. What?
Ah!
Did you mention weather balloons?
No, I said vouchers. Will you look at those nifty vouchers?
Keep your hands off. I've counted them.
You know, Tony, I've been through a lot lately.
You don't say. If you didn't injure yourself all the time, I wouldn't have any fun in my life at all. But in case something happens to you again, you know where to find my first aid kit.
You wouldn't have some coffee?
Since you've been staying with me, I've only had decaf. And even that is too strong. Maybe I should finally get rid of the coffee grinder. It's just using up space, like you.
I've got to go.
But here you still are.
I think the post office is open.
Me oh my, I think
You're right.
You didn't expect that now, did ya?
No.
No, right?
Oh jeez, I guess I owe everyone a big apology in terms of game design. You've just stumbled in here and only know this train wreck of a scene from Let's Plays or from your 100% legally acquired non-trilogy version, of course. I assume, as the good and honest people you are, you bought the trilogy anyway, even if you have all 3 games already on your shelf. I tip my hat onto you, you're true collectors. And to you, this apology may seem late. To all the others, probably a bit early, as you've just arrived at the scene of the most outrageous, hardest mental performance I ever demanded in a game. It's a combination puzzle spanning 2 screens and 1 minigame, and you have to assess the actual puzzle parameters from the dialogue without even seeing the object solving the puzzle. You literally have to think out of the box, or rather out of 20 to 30 boxes, and some of those boxes are pretty absurd. If you want to map the puzzle chain in your head, visualizing what you have to do to progress at this point, well, it's dirty and cheap, but I like this chain nonetheless. There are kittens you have to drug, the magnetic field on the planet gets manipulated, and you get to use bubble wrap, and at the end there waits another nice little out-of-the-box puzzle. Last one being not even that difficult, but it's a nice exercise in lateral thinking, and you have to solve it without the usual adventure mechanics. I refer to the pigeonholes over there to the left, for everyone who already did that. If you solved it all by yourself, you have my respect.
Hi.
Please state your business.
I want to place a forwarding request.
State the reason for your forwarding request.
Well, I'll be living in Elysium in the future.
Self-importance error.
Where can I make a radio call?
Outgoing radio calls can be made from every registered private radio device.
Where would I find one of these registered private devices?
There is no radio device registered for long-distance calls.
What's that supposed to mean? It has to be possible to make outgoing calls somehow.
Not while using a private radio device.
Are there other radio devices registered?
There are 3 registered devices for local calls. One is situated in the mayor's office, another at the front desk counter in the town hall. The communications system of the emergency station is the 3rd one.
But it's only possible to make internal calls from there? Well, that's perfect. Are there absolutely no long-distance devices?
There are no long-distance devices except the listening post of the post office and the reserve system in the vault.
Well, so there are 2 of them after all.
Both devices are not cleared for public use.
Damn. I'd like to register a private radio device for long-distance calls.
Very well. Where shall the device be installed?
Tony's house is located in Grid Square 4, right at the East Tunnel exit.
Your order has been placed. The installation of the device will presumably be completed in calendar week 63.
What? That's a quarter of a year from now. I'll have long since left Kuvak by then.
The installation of the device will take 3.799 months. During this period, your house will be disconnected from the electricity grid and the community's water mains. Ear protection muffs for the noise during the nightly drilling are included in the costs. By what means do you wish to pay?
Yeah, Tony will pay for me. May I enter the vault?
Over the corroded remains of my wrecked body.
I think I can arrange that. Dude, you're no fun at all. I mean, don't you ever have some fun on your job?
Define fun.
Oh man, you're hopeless. I'm talking about F-U-N. Like when someone falls into an open sewer right in front of your eyes, or accidentally sets fire to his own foot.
Destruction is fun.
Yes, as long as it's not happening to you.
I like popping the bubbles in bubble wrap. Is that fun, too?
Whoa, if you're into that kind of thing.
Unfortunately, I only ever need bubble wrap to pad packages that contain smaller objects which have accidentally been put into boxes of postage level 3, and that very rarely ever happens.
But when it happens, I guess it's party all around, right? So you have a thing for bubble wrap?
Unfortunately, I only ever need bubble wrap, and that very rare.
What's that scratching noise? Is that coming from behind the hatch?
Yes, it's the Postal Service replacement cat's scratches you catch.
The scratching from behind the hatch matches that of Postal Service replacement cats exactly?
It's the unlatched Postal Service replacement cat's hatch.
Wow. See you later.